Alright, we're back with more Dark Messiah, and I should finish the game today. Let's pick up from, I guess, the autosave, because I had a little lore pop up there. I need to remove the demon so I can use the cool... Yeah, bathe yourself in the blessed waters of the sanctuary of Yalath if you wish to purge Zana from your soul, which I do. Then I can use that holy sword we found a while ago. I really like having you fight the ogre from scratch versus killing it with a tool at the very beginning of the game. I expecting that guy to attack me because I was in demon form. Get stuck again here. Yay, lockpicking. Game remembered I invested in that. Antidote. Inexplicable chair I can pick up and throw, apparently. Bunch of delicious pies. Alright, so I've been struggling lately with this particular level. I feel like the level design in this game has been extremely straightforward up until this city area. Assume it's going to be where we fought enemies, right? So progress is likely somewhere here. Well, that's what got me in trouble last time, is I was trying to find progress where we fought all the enemies, but you actually had to go back quite a bit. Good enough? That's where we want to go. Okay. I need to find Percy. Maybe another window that I have to climb into is the question. Oh, there's a chain here. Okay. Good. I'm glad I wasn't stuck for like 20 minutes like last time. That was really bad.
Son of Isabel.
Ugh, what is that stench? It smells like dragon magic. You can't possibly want to go in here, my love.
Enter and be uplifted. Set aside your demonic nature and feel the blessings of honor as sun on your face.
I'm gonna give it a try. Seems like a good deal to me. So are we talking about... I think it's this building right here. It seems like the game's like big moral choice.
I risk opening the door with those ghouls around. Get rid of them first, then come back, please.
Clear the ghouls. Oh, that wasn't too bad. I already had Shadow Steel armor. Arcane robe. Wearing the Master Thief. Yeah, Endurance 3. Okay.
I'm
Sup?
glad. Leanna told me about you, Seraph. Come in.
No, Sarah, I'll stop you. You can't kill me.
I'm gonna try.
Master, I'll do anything you can't do this. I'll be yours forever. Stop it or else. Ah, the light.
Nice.
It's tearing me apart. I'll burn your soul for this. My love. I swear I'll have your soul.
That's pretty cool.
You have indeed proven yourself worthy. For abandoning the temptations of the
Hopefully it's not the sword I already have.
I grant unto you a gift
Hey,
of
Sir, how you
pure
doing?
light. Use it well, Sareth, son of Isabel. Use it well.
Who are you?
An ancient enemy of your father's.
It's nice to be Sareth, son of Isabel, and not Sareth, son of the devil.
Skull of the seventh dragon, ere the world end in ash and flame.
Alright, so I already have the Holy Sword. Where was it? Sword of the Dragon Claw. Skill points earned. Probably keep working on critical hits. It's a prerequisite for some things. Is there anything else I'd rather have? Maybe endurance level 3. Bow of the Dragon Horn. Daggers of the Dragon Fang. So I'll take the bow. I've invested in the bow a decent amount. I have the sword as well. Oh, I get all three. I thought it was a choice. Alright, well that's fine. Let's see. Staff of the Dragon Bone, Magic Affinity 3. Daggers of the Dragon Vein, damage 7 plus 14 versus Undead. Glows when Undead are nearby. Requires stealth 3. Damage 9. Then, where's the bow? Am I blind? Bow of the Dragonhorn. Archery 3. Okay, cool. So I've got this guy now, and this guy, and this guy. Cool. I've been using daggers for the whole game, so I guess I'll stick with that for now. Yeah, I hear that. Trying to get a bunch of work done early. Time off. Godspeed. It's like death. I think it wants me to go that way. That is suspicious looking as hell. I don't know what that's all about though. Yeah, that's nice. These guys are undead, so this fucks them up pretty well. Just gonna spawn here just so I can see how cool the new weapons are. This entire section optional, or is progress somewhere further down there, I wonder? That's where I came from.
Give me a sword. I can fight.
You'll get a chance to prove your valor soon enough. And if you hold still and let me heal this, you might even live to tell about it.
Hi. Not trying to hit you guys, I'm sorry. It's an accident. Really make that a difficult situation. I guess they want to give you the ability to have, like, moral choices to murder people for resources. If you don't want to murder them, it's really hard.
Hold still and let me heal this. You might even live to tell about it.
That'll do. Everybody? Alright, let's get out of here. Let me switch these. I've got muscle memory for pressing 3 to switch to my daggers. Dark Messiah no more. Okay, well, there's spikes there. Everybody? I think so. Quivers that I don't need because I have an infinite quiver. Glowing blue. I do really like that. Very Tolkien. Why can I suddenly pick up so much more furniture than I used to be able to? That's really funny. I already have the Master Thief's outfits. Lightning Shield, probably not gonna be able to use. Daggers use both hands. That is a trap. Scrolls, which I will probably not use. How often this game is like, oh shit, right, that mechanic we were supposed to have. It's hard to describe a game that feels like that's the case, and the developers occasionally just remember that, oh right, we're supposed to have traps, oh right, we're supposed to have locked doors, versus a game where those mechanics show up all the time. Oh. It's a regular looking guy, also undead. secret area. More scrolls. Not use. Percy hates you or Percy dies. Your mission is a failure.
You made it this far. Let's see if I can get you inside.
Okay. Yes, character. Keep holding your dagger up like you're gonna murder Percy.
See the grid? I'll open it up for you once you've raised the water level enough.
Then I'd better start the water.
How does one do
That's the
that?
valve over there. You need to turn it and open the flow. Once you've got
Wonder if they originally intended for you to need to have the Holy Sword for this part. I'm glad they don't give you a copy of the Holy Sword, but you feel good for having kept it earlier. Nice. Everybody, we're done. Swim up to the gate and access the sewers. Okay.
good luck.
Thanks, man. Just gonna wait for the endurance upgrade, I think. Love the source engine, like little zone transitions. Charming. Okay, there we go. One of these days I'll be able to articulate what it is about the level design and layout of a game like this compared to Prey and Dishonored, where I prefer this one. I do think Prey and Dishonored are both very good games still. I don't think they're bad by any stretch. Oh, that's not good. I think both games have a much better story than this one, for example, but... do something tricky with it again like I did last time.
A door this large needs something mechanical to open it.
Okay. Something mechanical. Hey, it's my buddy the bone crunch sound effect. My favorite. Oh, that didn't work. I have no idea whether I'm supposed to actually fight this guy legitimately or trap him in something again.
Just what I was looking for.
Nice.
Too bad I can't carry one with me.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Seems like it's pretty forgiving with letting me land those shots, which I appreciate. There's much way for me to avoid taking a bunch of damage here, though. Objective done. Excellent. 2 skill points earned. Sure. Okay. It might be like I detect in both Dishonored and Prey a desire for the game to feel more open than it actually is, like for it to like cosplay as an open world game. Especially true of Dishonored. I think with Prey you actually do have full access to the map and can walk around and collect everything eventually, kind of like a Metroidvania. Dishonored, though, is much more willing to like have you visit an area once and then lock you out of it, but kind of make you feel like that zone is open to be fully explored.
A door this large needs something mechanical to open it.
It's hard to describe. I like that this game is just, it's like Half-Life, right? Like you go level to level, you never go back. It's linear. We're not going to pretend like it's less linear than it actually is. I think video games, or me feeling like a video game is pretending like it's less linear than it actually is, chafes against me for some reason, more than it probably should. And the gate outside, I assume. Just to give me time to make it out there faster, I guess. They even let you relock it. That's very silly. Okay, hold on, let me go turn the thing again and then run. Go, save, turn this thing until I can't turn it anymore, and then run for it. God.
What about that mechanism I saw before, in the other tower?
Way to make sure I can't backtrack.
I was afraid you wouldn't make it. I wouldn't go through with it. So
I'm not a demon man
for
anymore.
us. Hurry on. I'll come as soon as I've rested. I've been fighting necrolords all over town.
I promise I won't make Arantir beg for mercy until you're there to hear it.
Did not sound sincere there at all. Can you come turn this thing? No? Seems to be what I need to do to progress. Lowers like instantly. Weird, I wonder if that was like a loading thing. Or points in health. Epilogue, okay, yeah, so I must be pretty close to the end here. Unfortunately, I can't really swap to anything else today. So even if we beat this with like hours to spare, I'll just try to make up for it by doing some late Wednesday streams for the next couple weeks.
Help me! Help me, and I'll help you!
Who are you?
I am Ishtvan. My father. My
Father's Arg?
is the King Sadek, one of 4 dead kings of Stonehelm, whom Arantir has conscripted to block your path. Release my body into the great abyss, and I will speak with my father on your behalf.
I'm not sure I have the time.
Drop Ishtvan's body into the abyss, thereby releasing him from torment. Okay. Where are you, screaming buddy? Whoa. Come on. Is there meant to be like an invisible wall there? Well. Okay. Cool dungeon area. Where's the dude who wants to get hunted off the roof? Keep looking, I guess. Flammable hook. Is okay. So let me snipe some of them, I suppose. Oh, maybe that's the guy. Maybe that's not him after all. Stealth is actually working in this area for once in the game. Suddenly feels like... Ooh, secret magic mushroom. Everybody? We done? I don't think that's the guy. I think that's just... He's just hanging there for fun, basically?
That's one.
Okay, maybe not. The main thing I have to do for progress, I guess. Whoa. Okay. Might actually be where I'm supposed to go. It's hard to say. Dude's still a-dangling over there. Oh, shit. I don't know how I'm not dead, but okay. Mushroom implies I am actually supposed to be able to fall down here without dying. I can jump on that, chain. Whoa. It's a pretty cool level. Kind of has that, like, Half-Life feel of doing things you're not supposed to do. Which I think the opening stage of this game felt like that, and then it kind of went away for most of the game. Gets you back up here. Doesn't necessarily help me too much. Well, he's definitely hanging from just the one thing now. Let's see. Different way for me to knock that down? Does it connect to something on the other side of this wall, maybe?
That's two.
Okay, at least those are like clearly marked.
Ishtvan should be free now.
Yeah, right. Oh god, that scared the bejesus out of me. I thought there were no enemies there. The guy fell off the edge, I think. Wonder if they're just able to respawn. You happy there now, man? Happy to help. Whisper, whisper, spooky whisper. Alright, well, I fell from here last time, so I don't want to be here, I don't think. Happy orbs resulting from me knocking him over. Okay, I thought so. Seems like progress then. Is there a way for me to actually get down? Perhaps. If there's any way for me to like reduce falling damage.
You have freed me. Very well. Before I descend into the abyss, I will keep my word and mark you for my father's house. When he sees you, he will know you, and your way will be opened. Go now and greet my father.
It's cool, man. Thanks. Yeah. Classic effect to place on a voice, too. I'm doing alright. How you been? King Vradek, he is Ishtvan's father. Oh, this guy. Hopefully he takes extra damage because he counts as undead. Alright, let's try that again now that I know that there's a cyclops around the corner. That's nice. Come on, man. Annoyingly well. Very good. I think Elden Ring's reasonably accessible compared to the other Souls games. Kill it finally. Oh, sure, yeah. Oh, if you're having issues with controller recognition, are you playing It Takes Two in Steam? You might consider going into big picture mode and then going into the controller settings and turning off the configuration options for Xbox or Sony. Or turning them on. I've noticed that that's the problem a lot of the times. The EA Play app, oh, okay, can't help you with that one. Although I've noticed that Steam's big picture settings for controller can actually screw up other games if it's running at the same time, even ones not running through Steam. I think the reason for that is that if Steam is online, it's making like a virtual device that it's passing your inputs to. I had this happen to a friend recently where they were playing a game that wasn't on Steam at all, and their controller was all fucked up and putting in the wrong inputs, and the solution was changing the thing in big picture mode. Interesting. Well, that's presumably the guy I gotta talk to. Is this gonna be a mistake? Yes, so they didn't take any fall damage miraculously. There's some wood I can shoot onto, it looks like. That can be frustrating. Work that time for whatever reason. Not there. I see, we gotta go up somehow? couple areas required significantly less mandatory dark vision, which I appreciate. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think Nintendo doesn't really have a leg to stand on, right, with emulation, and they haven't... No one has the whole time. The emulator itself isn't what's problematic, it's the ROMs. Sometimes the BIOS... I'm able to grab onto this? I don't know if that's supposed to be climbable. It's kind of weird that it is. Maybe that's right, yeah. I don't think I've been able to like zip line down things before. So if I could, that would be a new mechanic, I think. Try getting around to the other side of that, maybe. Right. It's my only real clue as to where the game wants me to go here. I mean, I can get back up on this wood platform, maybe. Kind of annoying. I can clip into the other rope, which isn't what I want to happen here. And then this happens. Autosave, really my most recent one? Let's see. Oh, it wanted me to come up here. Okay. Surprised that autosaved of all places. Somewhere else this is meant to connect to, I wonder. It is source, yeah. Oh, if it's saved up here, that tells me this is where it wants me to be to progress. But from where is the question? Kind of stuck under between these planks right now. You can't swing, that's right. Okay, let's see. Well, the fact that I can see a mushroom over there is promising. Actually an area they intend the player to be able to reach, I guess. not from here. Oh, is that the problem? Where are these guys? Nope. Go a little bit higher than that. Whew. The most vertical, more vertical sections of the game up to this point.
Stay where you are, infidel.
Shut up. Well, try shooting him from above this time. Really? Guess it doesn't count as being in line of sight of him. It's very annoying. Alright, that'll work. What do we got over here? Health potions. I need to break through that wall, maybe. Maybe something with that stone. It's not gonna come down far enough. Whoa, that's unexpected. All right, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Just go with it. This is one of the more interesting levels in the game so far. Really? How do you want me to do this game? All right, zone transition. Doo-doo. Trap. That's cool. Oh, lots of traps now. Where do you want me to go, game? Must have been the wind. Whoops. Womp womp. Where's the third guy? Oh, he runs really fast when he wants to. Nice. Bunch of levers that I can't pull. Must be somebody to open that door. Oh, this is a place. One of those. Oh yeah, right. Sometimes you can drop things on top of enemies. Physics. I feel like I need to go in that area at the end, not here, but I'll look around a little bit more. See if I'm missing something obvious. Saw that coming. That might just be a way to get around this area so I could fight those guys. I don't technically need to. Oh, that's cute. So I could shoot them from up here, I suppose. Oh yeah, what was your last grind that made you feel burnt out? I was a little burnt out after Leagues 3. I did everything there was to do. You on a iron account? Yeah, getting the Slayer level for Trident is frustrating. Like, Slayer provides nothing for such a long time, and then all of a sudden it, like, shits out money and amazing unique upgrades. Oh, that's brutal, yeah. I kind of wish somebody posted a suggestion recently that they should make it so that when you get a Slayer level, the master, the next time you ask for a task, offers you the new monster automatically. Were you fighting the boss or are you fighting the little krakens? I had to fight the little krakens. The boss wouldn't drop it for me.
I see my son has laid his mark upon you.
Hey, man.
You have my thanks for his freedom.
Oh, you're welcome.
Arantir's shackles are undone. I shall help you to deal with this fool who has dared treat the souls of my heirs as slaves.
Cool. On my side now? Oof. How's it? Leeches? That's a new one. Are you doing tutorial skipping to get the points back to skip tasks? I find that makes it more tolerable. Those are nice and fast. Did I kill the guy who was helping me, or did one of them kill him? Well, whatever. I did his quest. Tutorial boosting, I should say, not skipping. Oof. Yeah, I know, right? I could see that being really demotivating. It's supposed to give Kraken tasks, like, really frequently, too. Duradel, right? Funny. I know there's a lot of like memeing in the RuneScape community that like the game shouldn't be designed around Iron Men, but I kind of disagree. I think it should be. I think that like the base game is better if everything is possible for a player to obtain or reasonable. Not easy, but like there are certain grinds in RuneScape where just like you can go so dry that it represents hundreds or thousands of hours, when on average the time it takes to complete a goal is usually in the dozens to maybe max 100 or so hours, right? So I just think it's a problem that there are some situations where mathematically it's like 2 or 3 orders of magnitude more time commitment than other things. I'm fine with it taking thousands of hours to do everything, but stuff like the miserable drop rate at Nightmare is an example. Yeah, I don't think a mercy mechanic would be that big of a deal. It's something that it's almost impossible to try to like propose on the RuneScape subreddit because everybody has such a like hazing attitude about it. They have a hazing attitude about it, and they also really struggle to understand statistics. Like if you propose something like, hey, it would be nice if, you know, you go 3x dry on an item, that you get an untradeable equivalent of that item, guaranteed, right? But only if you go 3x dry. People be like, oh, that's going to destroy the economy. And it's like, you realize that going 3x dry affects like less than 1% of all players, right? Oh, well, people are just going to intentionally grind the boss until they go 3x dry to get... No, that's not how any of this works. Oh, that's very frustrating. Yeah, exactly. Do it like the Vorkath head. I'm glad the Sani's Nightmare tablet passed the poll. That's the kind of thing that I would expect the community would normally be pissy about, but... I don't think drop rate mercy mechanics are a huge deal. Like, I think whenever you do anything that's PRNG like that, adding the PRNG just kind of makes everything approach the actual drop rate more on average for most players. Like having PRNG crit in a MOBA is closer to the actual expected distribution than like true random crit. So it feels better for fleshy humans. Yeah, exactly. And even, honestly, if it was like an obscene amount, like a truly brutal, like if it was like quadruple dry, right, was when the mercy kicked in, it would at least still feel like every kill is, you know, 1/1000th of the way there. I had that with the Corrupted Gauntlet, which is a 1 in 400 drop, which is pretty reasonable drop rate for most content in the game, but each Corrupted Gauntlet run is like 15 minutes and like really grueling and extremely high attention. I feel like exhausted after doing one run successfully. So, you know, if it was like you're guaranteed to get the thing after going triple dry, if I could consider each run as 1/1200th of the thing I want and maybe I could get lucky on the way, it would feel a lot less demotivating. Compared to the way it actually works. I think, am I turned around here? Let's see.
There it is.
Oh, there she
Skull of
is. No.
Shadows. It's our last hope. We must take it back. Don't let it corrupt you, Sarah. Fight its lure. Arantir cannot vanquish the two of us.
Try not to. Oh, that thing. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. Cool set piece. Yeah. I think that's what's painful though, is like there are certain places where it's like so much better to get spooned at. Like I got spooned at Hydra, which if you go dry on Hydra, you're gonna hate your life. It's not a difficult boss, but it's also not a turn your brain off boss. And 1 in 1,000 is a ridiculous drop rate. Oh, nice. This is pretty funny. How many of these guys I can take out from up here?
Why do you fear to come closer to the inevitable?
I don't know if I was supposed to do that. That's kind of funny.
Death take you. You cannot escape me forever.
Turns invisible. That's kind of cool. I'll be impressed if he like teleports behind me. Nothing personnel, kid.
Where can he be hiding?
Oh, she's already on the floor.
You cannot escape me forever, demon. Why do you fear to come closer to the inevitable? You cannot escape me forever, demon.
Oh, shit.
Why do you fear to come
Probably should have quick
closer
save
to the
there.
inevitable?
Yeah, I did a bunch of Bofa only Zulrah on leagues. It's very doable. Yeah.
You cannot escape me forever, demon. Why do you fear to come closer to the inevitable? You cannot escape me
Shit.
forever.
We gotta be careful not to walk off the ledge there, or at least save more frequently. Make a manual save here.
Prepare for the great. Back to the fire. I see you have grown considerably since our last discussion. But you have her to help you. So in the interest of fair play, I shall also summon an ally.
Okay.
And so we come to this.
So
My
it comes to
centuries of
this.
effort and your scant 2 decades.
Whoa, that's pretty sweet.
No. Try to understand these spells. Mage or necromancer, life or death, these are 2 sides of the same coin. But demons, the magics of Urgash and chaos, they are pure destruction. The negation.
Shit. They solidified them yet?
Ironic. Try to understand these spells. Mage or necromancer, life or death, these are 2 sides of the same coin. But demons, the magic of Urgash and chaos, they are pure destruction, the negation of all that exists. And ye
All right. I think I just killed the final boss by standing up here. It's pretty funny. Alright, well I need to find a way down here, lady.
You have become even more than I had hoped. Ah, the blood that shall flow, the fires that shall rage. Bring me the skull.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Take the skull quickly. The portal's weakening. Together we can heal the wounds of this war. Now, sir, don't be afraid. No power exists that would dare to defy us. There would be no evil we could not overcome.
Pick up the skull! Bring it!
No, where are we going?
Don't shirk your responsibilities, Sereth. The Skull of Shadows has been waiting 1,000 years for you. This is your burden.
I don't
and
actually
yours
know what it
alone.
wants me to do with it. I don't want to bring it to him to give it to him.
10 centuries shall the fortress stand, walls of spirit wrapped in walls of fire. And horned lords shall bow their heads to one not yet born of the darkest sire.
Wonder if there was an
1
ending for me to
century of
just
blood
leave
and
with it on me.
strife.
That would be pretty
The
funny.
moon shall darken, and none know why. The resting place at last is found of the seventh who soared so high.
Traitor! You've grown as weak as your mother! Curse you and Isabel for failing me!
Have strength, Sereth. Use some of mine if you must. Ah!
Kill the devil.
Enough! Let the work begun by the seventh dragon be finished. Here today, by my hand.
Betrayer! I shall hunt you when the cur that you are, you and your pretty friend! Remember that. I am ancient and patient. One day I will be free, and I will teach you the full measure of agony!
From greed or fear, he will decide the chained one is left alone. The relic's power yet untapped, and Ashan's fate still yet unknown.
Have to fight the devil? No, okay, that's fair. We already got the final boss, I guess. I like this game. It was good. Like I said, I think the level design I enjoyed more than either Dishonored or Prey. Prey has an outstanding story and has some really cool concepts with the mimics, and the whole opening sequence is out really, really good and very, very memorable. Yeah, there's just, I've never really been able to put my finger on it. There's something about those games that doesn't speak to me as much as, you know, other games similar to it. Even like, I think Deus Ex Human Revolution feels more, maybe concise is the right word. It could be a translation thing, because I know these games are originally not in English, but I've not had that problem with other games that have been localized, so... and I certainly didn't have it with this one. I mean, this one made sense to me, and it seemed to follow pretty logically what you're doing and what was going on. But yeah, good level design, good kind of like middle ground between the original Deus Ex and kind of the more linear Deus Ex Human Revolution. Obviously, it's like super linear, and you don't always have multiple pathways through every single stage, but I like that there were a lot of unique pickups, that the abilities that you could take on were interesting for the most part. I think the game kind of struggled to remember, oh shit, right, we need to like let you detect traps. Oh shit, right, we need to let you pick locks, right? Similar problem to Deus Ex Human Revolution. I don't know, I think games like this kind of fundamentally make me feel sad for what they could be but aren't. That in the process of very smartly trying to streamline System Shock and Deus Ex, you lose something so significant, right? Where like I don't think you lose as much with a shooter. I think once you take a shooter and you add regenerating health, which is another kind of comparable, reasonable, streamlined iteration choice, or you take a shooter and you add like a cover system, you lose something, but like the entire identity of the product doesn't get turned upside down like it does with the so-called immersive sim games like Deus Ex and System Shock. When you make them just a little bit more accessible or just a little bit more straightforward, like you basically dump out a lot of the value and what makes those games so attractive in the first place. I want to watch the H Bomber guy video on Deus Ex Human Revolution. I started watching it, then he starts talking about the original Deus Ex, and I don't want to be spoiled for it. So I imagine he does a better job of articulating a lot of the things that I kind of have bouncing around in my brain about this. But it was fun to play this one because this is certainly the like earliest, what feels like iteration on the genre. The one that I always think about is Human Revolution and like BioShock, where BioShock is so different that it's basically a different thing now, right? Okay, yeah, I haven't watched it. It's so hard to wrap my head around because it feels like a lot of the changes are incredibly subtle. So why do these like incredibly subtle changes have such like massive impacts on the basic game feel? I can't really think of any other mechanic in gamedom that is that small of a change that has that huge of consequences. I think even just like abstracting progression down into, what was it, praxis kits in Human Revolution was not good for the game. Like it's a less severe version of experience points. You still have to find the praxis kits, so it's fun to like move the fridges around and look for them and that sort of a thing. But I don't know, there's something special in this game, for example, still kind of keeps the idea of, you know, there's only probably only two endless quivers in the game, and you either find them or you don't. And if you don't find them, it's fine. I'm sure there's enough regular quivers that you'll probably never realistically run out of ammo. But it felt really like satisfying to stumble into that, or to find that cool unique sword that worked with the divine build at the end there. I also remember feeling a deep sense of like stress in Human Revolution, where it was like I wanted all of the progression abilities and didn't give a shit about any of the cool, fun like combat abilities. And then the problem ended up being that like it was rare that, you know, the ability to move a fridge got you to a unique praxis kit or a unique progress. It was usually like, oh, you could move a fridge, or you could pick a lock, or you could do this, or there's just a thing that doesn't require any ability that gets you to the same reward, right? Which I guess, you know, you need to let anybody beat the game. I haven't played the original Deus Ex yet, but my understanding is that it probably feels pretty similar to Cruelty Squad and System Shock, in that, you know, if you choose to build around stealth, that you can probably play the whole game with stealth and get away with that, which is cool. But I think the reason this one worked better for me than Dishonored and Prey is just that it was more honest with itself, that that this isn't, you know, an open world with a bunch of branching paths. This is a linear game like Half-Life, and we're going to put a bunch of cool secrets. Like, finding the secrets is one of the most satisfying things, I thought. There are some really cool, well-hidden ones that required some clever usage of like the rope arrow and that sort of a thing. So I think the fact that it wasn't sending signals to me throughout the whole game that it thinks it's more non-linear than it is. BioShock's been 10 years. Wow. Time flies. I enjoyed BioShock. I certainly don't think it's a bad game, but like, to me, like the amount of enjoyment between even System Shock, which has aged so horribly, like System Shock fills me with this like the joy that I haven't felt in any other game other than the Souls games and Cruelty Squad. And BioShock's just kind of a cool shooter, I guess, with some neat story. Oh, 10 years since Infinite. Wow. Well, Infinite's a really great game that kind of face plants in the story at like the 66% mark. 2/3 of the way through, it kind of doesn't know what it is anymore and makes some decisions that I very strongly disagree with in retrospect. But that first like 2/3 of BioShock Infinite was fantastic. What a great game. Part of it, I wonder if the kind of game that I want to play, the one that feels like Cruelty Squad, if it's just that you can't make that with a modern AAA team, and you can't make it with amazing graphics, and you can't make it with, you know, modern standards for look and feel. Like you kind of have to dial it down to almost like PS1, early PS2, late N64 quality graphics in order to have like the scope. I do get the sense that, you know, modern graphics and game features that everyone expects is like a scope anchor that's attached to all modern video games outside of the indie space, obviously, that since we've decided that we expect all of the monsters in our games to have a certain visual fidelity and have a certain number of sound effects and certain number of animations, that we have dragged down the total number of unique monsters that can appear in video games from AAA studios. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm even having trouble describing, because I think like if you try to explain with words what System Shock and Cruelty Squad feel like to play, or what are the defining features that make them feel different than other games in the genre, you kind of have that Zelda Metroidvania problem where you're like, well, all the bullet points you just listed are in this game or that game or this game, so why does, you know, System Shock feel good, but this game that has the exact same bullet points in common not feel the same? I guess you can counter that with the Souls games too, right? Like you can kind of try to boil down what makes Souls-like games special into a list of bullet points, and you can take all of those bullet points and apply them to almost any action-adventure game. I've heard people like list the bullet points of Souls games and say, so it's like Devil May Cry, and I'm like, oh my god, those games in my mind couldn't be any more different. Ubisoft Montreal QA. This was kind of a nice little piece of history. I enjoyed playing it for sure. I can definitely see where Arcane went from this into Dishonored 1. There's a lot of stuff that feels like they were learning all their lessons in this game. But I guess Dishonored 1 just feels a mite too, I don't know, streamlined from this. I like the tester whose like handle is like a CD key. Pretty great. Wow, this game had a lot of cool ideas. And if they're like, this is what spun off into its own kind of subgenre of this kind of like, you know, linear Half-Life like game with mild RPG mechanics and secrets. I can't think of too many games that are like. This is interesting. I can't think of too many modern games that are like Dark Messiah of Might and Magic, but I can think of a lot of modern games that Dark Messiah of Might and Magic is like. It probably doesn't make any sense, but I mean that like I can tell how this game evolved into something else, but it was like, you know, halfway between System Shock, Deus Ex, and Deus Ex Human Revolution. But then Deus Ex Human Revolution comes out and everybody wants to make Human Revolution. Nobody wants to make the game that's halfway between those two products. And I think that while this doesn't, you know, give me the same joy feelings I get from Cruelty Squad and System Shock, it was still a lot of fun, and I didn't feel like there was like this absence like I get from games like Human Revolution. So anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I like this game. It was good. Thank you, Brutus, for getting it on the sheet and for everybody who voted it up. I'm excited to see more Might and Magic games in the future.